Hi there, please allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Savira Nurhidayati and I am an active international relations student in LSPR Communications and Business Institute, Jakarta. Currently, I'm taking a public speaking and presentation skill class under the supervision of Mr. Charles Bonar Sirait as my mentor and lecturer. Now you're probably wondering what am I doing here right now, but let me ask you a question first. Is the weather getting hotter day by day, or does the heavy rains come really fast? That's a part of climate change. And here I am. I will give you an information about climate change on our planet. But we should define what the climate is. The climate is the combination of atmospheric conditions that occur in a place for a prolonged period of time. Over the past centuries, the climate everywhere around the world has changed, altering the usual conditions of a place regarding precipitation and temperature. Climate change is a significant variation of average weather condition, say conditions becoming warmer, wetter, or drier over several decades or more. And it's the longer term trend that differentiates climate change from natural weather variability. Climate change affects every country in the world, causing a negative impact on their economy, people's lives, and all living beings. Over the past 150 years, the average temperature increased almost 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Would you say it is not much? If the Earth's temperature keeps rising, thousands of animal and plant species may disappear forever. Oceans get warmer, and for these reasons, amounts of ice decrease, causing sea level to rise. Did you know that between 1901 and 2010, the sea level has risen 7.5 inches. This may cause some places to disappear beneath the water surface. Climate change includes both global warming driven by human-induced emission of greenhouse gases and the resulting large-scale shift in weather patterns. True, there have been previous periods of climatic change. Since the mid 20th century, humans have had an unprecedented impact on Earth's climate system and caused change on a global scale. The greenhouse gas with the greatest impact on warming is water vapor, but it remains in the atmosphere for only a few days. Carbon dioxide, however, persists for much longer. It will take hundreds of years for a return to pre-industrial levels, and only so much can be soaked up by natural reservoirs such as the ocean. Most man-made emissions of carbon dioxide come from burning fossil fuels. When carbon absorbing forests are cut down and left to rot or burn, that stored carbon is released, contributing to a global warming. The largest driver of warming is the emission of greenhouse gases, of which more than 90% are carbon dioxide and methane. Fossil fuels burning like coal, oil, and natural gas for energy consumption is the main source of this emission, with additional contribution from agriculture, deforestation, and manufacturing. The human caused the climate change is not disputed by any scientific body, national or international standing. Temperature rise is accelerated or tempered by a climate feedback such as loss of sunlight reflecting snow and ice cover, increased water vapor or a greenhouse gas itself, and change to land and ocean carbon sinks. And there is uncertainty about how great the impact of a changing climate will be. It could be cause freshwater shortage, dramatically alter our ability to produce food, and increase the number of deaths from flood, storms, and heat wave. This is because climate change is expected to increase the frequency of the extreme weather events through linking any single event to global warming is complicated. As the world warms, more water evaporates, leading to more moisture in the air. This means many areas will experience more intense rainfall and in some places snowfall. But the risk of drought in inland areas during hot summer will increase. More flooding is expected from storm and rising sea level. But there are likely to be a very strong regional variation in these patterns. Poorer countries which are least equipped to deal rapid change could suffer the most. Plant and animal extinction are predicted as habitats change faster than species can adapt. And the World Health Organization has warned that the health of millions could be threatened by increases in malaria, waterborne disease, and malnutrition. As more carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, uptake of the gas by the ocean increase, causing the water to become more acidic. This could pose major problems for coral reefs. Global warming will cause further change that are likely to create further heating. These include the release of large quantities of methane as permafrost. Frozen soil found mainly at high latitudes melts. According to climate change will be one of the biggest challenges we face this century. And that's it from me to the explanation of climate change. Thank you and goodbye.